everyone. So I just wanted to go over the basics of Capital One 36 savings accounts. So I'm just going to go over the basics. I myself didn't really delve into it when I opened my account. I just knew the basics. I wasn't a pro. I kind of compared other internet or online bank accounts, but Capital One 360 just seemed easy, and the main reason I got it is because I wanted to separate my sinking funds, because having it all in one account and tracking it to the cent for each category, it was getting kind of, I felt like I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. So Capital One 360 basically offers savings and checkings accounts. I know they do have a money market account as well. So what I have is savings and a checking. The way I opened my first account was online, so I just went on their website and opened it through there. One thing I didn't like about opening the account through the website was I did towards the end, it asks you if you want to do an initial deposit. It also asks you about your brick and mortar bank, the bank account that you have to link it to. So I did do an initial deposit, and I didn't realize that you could skip that part. And when I opened the account, that initial deposit stayed in pending status for days. So what I did a second transfer request, and the second transfer request actually deposited into the savings account I had just opened before my initial one. So that one was still pending and kind of weirded me out. I was like, when is it gonna come out? And what if I don't have the money in there for whatever reason? And so I called them. They were pretty nice about it, and they actually erased that first initial deposit. So now whenever I open another savings account, I always skip that step. And another thing that they have is you can open up to 25 accounts without any fees, like any minimum balance requirements or special rules to avoid certain fees. The savings account has 1% interest rate, annual interest rate, so that's a good thing about it. And then, yeah, that's pretty much why I got it, because you could get a lot of accounts for my sinking funds and for free with no fees, savings and checkings. Now, the checking I know has a little bit of interest back, but it's not as much as the savings, 1%. Another thing I would say about it is that with savings and checking, the amount of time it takes to transfer from your brick and mortar bank to Capital One 360 online account, with if you do it straight towards your savings, first of all, I would always suggest that when you transfer, you request a transfer from the Capital One 360 website or account. Otherwise, if you request a transfer from your brick and mortar bank, like Bank of America, Chase, things like that, your credit union, then you might get a fee. So I always request a transfer from the Capital One 360 website. If you request it to transfer to a savings account, it takes 5 business days. And if you request a transfer from your checking to your checking account, Capital One 360 checking account, then it takes 2 business days. So usually it comes out of your bank within a few days, but you can't actually see it in your savings account until after the 5 business days. So there's a little time where you can't see it in your brick and mortar bank and where you can't see it in your Capital One 360 savings account. With the checkings account, it's a little faster, and that's probably the only reason why I opened the checking account. Usually I always request a transfer in the checking because it's faster, and then after it's in the checking account, I go ahead and transfer it to the savings. But yeah, that's basically, this is the reason why I opened my accounts. It was fast and easy. And they actually have pretty good customer service. The customer service representatives are really nice. The cons are that you do have to wait a few days for the money to transfer, but you also have a lot of free ATMs that you can use if you really need to have access to the money. The limits, I'm not sure what the limits are to withdraw from the ATM because I never do that. Usually it's just, I put it in towards savings, and if I need to spend it, I transfer it to my checking account and use the card, the debit card, or yeah, just pay it off from that account. The card that they give you for checking, you do have to request it. They don't automatically send it to you, and it is a MasterCard, so I don't know if that matters to anyone. But yeah, I didn't really open it to make money off of the account. I just wanted to be a little bit more organized, and that's why I opened it. Like I mentioned before, the pro is great customer service when you call in. A con would be the website is always sometimes encounters like errors. So sometimes you can't load the information because the website is down or something like that. But you can always call in if anything. I've just always been able to wait for that to resolve. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys later. I have to get out of here before it gets too crazy. It was already crazy. There's always a line. People are trying to get in through a back door. I'm at the bank. I'm going to get some cash for my cash envelopes video. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, I got the watermelon for $3.99. So from Costco, we got some bananas, some organic blueberries, organic strawberries, organic soy milk, of course, and spinach, all from Costco. And then I also put turmeric, flaxseed, and